those things, that's everyday hard work, because you're going to make sacrifices. That's everyday superhero type work. So get rid of the nerves now. When someone says you're nervous, we don't get nervous, we get ready.
Nothing lasts forever.
All right, in a pack over here. In a pack over here.
Erin Phillips has travelled the world for 10 years as an elite basketballer.
Again. Come on, pass.
But the Olympian, WNBA star and now proud parent of twins has returned home to play the sport she loves most.
Australian rules football, I feel like, is the greatest game in the world. To watch, to play, I feel that it definitely is, and I'm really proud of this code, having grown up with it.
Inspired by her father, Port Adelaide and Collingwood legend Greg Phillips, Erin started playing football for her school and the local West Lakes club, but
I got to 13 years old and I wasn't allowed to play with the boys anymore. You know, so fast track a few years later, and here I am at 31, and here's the Women's League, and I absolutely wanted to be a part of it.
There's a lot of excited girls around the place, so, you know, especially Erin. Yeah, the sort of career was cut short, but now it's a bit of exciting that all this has happened.
As soon as I walked into this club, you know, I already knew that this was the absolute right decision.
unlike Erin, Heather Anderson has been able to pursue her passion for the past 15 years. She started playing when she was 7, after flirting briefly with other sports.
I went along to try netball and that didn't really last very long. I just couldn't really get the hang of the no contact, and didn't really want to wear a skirt when they tried to enforce that on me. So growing up, I played boys footy till I was 15 for about 10 years, and the physicality of that transferred straight over to women's, and I didn't really notice too much of a change. The physicality of it, the team environment, being able to get around a like-minded group of motivated and fit people, I really enjoyed.
No wonder the Crows didn't hesitate to grab Heather as their second pick in the national draft.
I grew up watching the Adelaide Crows on the television. I absolutely adored them, and my family's from Adelaide as well, so to get that call and to see my name on the screen come up that I'd been picked was very much like I was coming home in a sense.
While Heather has been at the vanguard of women's football, JUSTINE Mules is a relative newcomer, but that's not for want of trying.
I think year 7 at school, I tried getting a petition to start a football team, and the entire school was just against it. They're like, no, girls don't play footy.
It would be 9 years before her desire was fulfilled. That was in 2014 when she started playing club football. Last year, she was rewarded with a state Guernsey, an invitation to train with the Crows' top-up squad, and
the next thing you know, I've been drafted to play for the Crows, so never would have thought that would have happened though.
At work with the Adelaide City Council, Justine recalls the moment.
Dad called me straight away and he was in tears. He was absolutely shocked. He was like, I knew it, mate. I knew you would have gotten picked.
It's obvious the 22-year-old thrives on hard work.
So I do have a lot of sacrifices to make, as I don't get much time to spend with family or friends. Have to try and balance one another, but it's definitely worth it. Given this experience, I'd do anything just to make it work, really.
If football pedigree is appointed to success, then Jasmine Anderson is someone to watch. She learnt the game playing with her brothers, Joe and Jed, in the backyard of their Catherine home in the Northern Territory. Their lives, however, took different paths.
When Joe was drafted at Carlton, and I just, that inspired me to, want to do something like that. And then Jed got drafted and I'm like, damn it, another brother, why can't I do this?
Frustrated by the lack of opportunity, Jasmine turned instead to soccer. When finally the AFL embraced women's football, her passion reignited.
The minute I stepped onto the field, I was like, no, this is what I want to do. I miss this, I love that it's, you know, it's intense and it's competitive, and you know, you can get in and under the ball, and it's contact, you know, and I love that you can tackle and the agility, and it's, you know, fast-paced.
When it comes to persistence and dedication, few can match the career of senior coach Bec Goddard. Injuries cut short her playing days in Canberra and then forced her out of umpiring. She turned to coaching 9 years ago, taking charge of both women's and men's teams and rising to become an assistant SANFL coach. All this while working full-time for the Australian Federal Police, a role she says helps her relate to her players.
You've got to have strong leadership qualities. You're in an environment that changes very quickly as to whether you're winning or losing, and you've got to train, prepare and have an outcome that you want. And when things don't go quite to plan, you've got to be ready for anything.
Reset! No, reset! Just wait. No, wait for the whistle, guys.
Next, the squad starts to take shape.
And we want you to be part of our team.
That's so awesome.
And the reality of life at the top.
So yeah, a bit wet. Don't use that as an excuse. All right, professional outfit here, okay?
The time is now or never.
Day one, and the enormity of the task ahead is glaringly obvious.
I know a few of us are probably quite nervous. Like, even I am nervous. There's no doubt about that.
Bec Goddard has less than 3 months to forge a team out of 27 individuals who barely know each other, let alone have played together.
This, what we're about to embark on, is probably going to be quite difficult at times.
What they do share is a fierce desire to prove themselves at the elite level.
Because you're going to make sacrifices. That's everyday superhero type work that we're going to do, and everyone's going to want to be a part of our gang. Everyone wants to be part of the Crows gang. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to achieve here, okay?
And that gang already has its place in sporting history as one of 8 teams in the inaugural AFL women's competition. It's just 4 years since the league first showcased the women's game. The success of other exhibition games in succeeding seasons convinced the AFL to accelerate plans for a national competition.
We were one of the loudest and most passionate advocates for the establishment of the National Women's League, and we've had a long-standing commitment to gender diversity, and the establishment of a team was a natural extension of this.
Conscious of a shallow talent pool in South Australia, the Crows decided to partner with AFLNT, and the joint bid was crucial to the club winning its licence. That was the start of a frantic few months when 150 players nominated to join the team.
Welcome down for our second iteration of the All-Stars program, and hopefully going forward some really exciting opportunity for women's footy in this state.
After Adelaide was named as one of the inaugural clubs, the fabric of the Crows women's team could start to take shape. The next steps: appoint a coach, find new sponsors, design a Guernsey and finalise the squad.
Hello.
Jasmine, it's Phil Harper from the Adelaide Crows Footy Club. How are you going?
I'm good, thank you.
I've got the pleasant role of ringing you up to offer you a position on our rookie list with the Crows in our inaugural AFL Women's League team.
Oh my God.
We know that you're somebody with a great deal of ability and some speed and aggression, which we like, and we think you'll sit in nicely with our team doing that. So we're really looking forward to having you on board.
Within days of the draft, players got their first taste of AFL life under Bec Goddard and her assistant coaches.
So yeah, a bit wet. Don't use that as an excuse. All right, professional outfit here, okay? So you've got to make sure we take marks, because that was the only thing that let that drill down at times.
Let's not be soft about it. Even if you have to, let's, hold on a little bit here and really crack on out, okay? Good, Kibbo! Hit it! Well done! Hit it, Pecco! Side away!
I pretty much just want to push myself to the absolute pinnacle with it. I want to become the best player possible.
I know for sure the skill level is going to be increased dramatically because obviously we're not as big as the men, but the skill is just going to be as good as them.
So, session one down.
Woo!
Good. Yeah, it was good.
For Bec, football is a welcome distraction. It's a world away from the darker side of life that she witnesses every day.
We're going to have a briefing here. We're going to execute a Commonwealth 3E search warrant later this afternoon.
As a member of the AFP's Child Exploitation Unit, she targets pedophiles who trawl the internet.
Earlier this month, police became aware of some information that the alleged offender has access to child exploitation material. I actually really like having work because it puts football into perspective. I think while the two are quite similar in the way that you train and prepare, one's a matter of life and death, the other is football. Everyday superheroes, it's hard. What Tate said, that's hard work, but we've got to bring everyone up. We have to bring everyone up with us because we won't go anywhere otherwise.
After the break, the sacrifices behind success.
Oh yeah, it is a big commitment, especially having a child and studying.
And the uncompromising Crows.
That we are really brutal when we need to be, legally.
The time is now or never, 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 never.
If the players had any doubts about what's expected of them, induction camp soon took care of that.
The theme of the camp this weekend is that we are uncomfortable to play against, but we are comfortable with each other. I think when we walk off the field, at the end of every game we play, we want the opposition to think, whether we've won or lost the game, we want the opposition to think, that was hard. So that doesn't mean we go out and kill the opposition physically violent-wise. It means that we are constantly on that contest, that we are prepared to do things that other teams aren't, okay? That we are really brutal when we need to be, legally, okay? But we are uncomfortable to play against.
And there's no doubt that message strikes a chord with many players.
Well, the physicality part is going to be a lot of fun, especially because in football there's no fouls, so we're like basketball, only get 5 or 6, so you know, it's good, I won't get fouled out.
The physicality of it. I've always wanted just to run down a girl, just tackle her to the ground. Just never had that from previous sports. So just that feel of just being able to get someone to the floors just excites me, so yeah.
As a player, I'm not scared, so you know, I can get in there and I can put on a big hit even though I'm a small person.
I think I'm going to be a very aggressive in and under kind of player. I'm not going to be scared to go in for a hard ball.
Unlike the men, the Crows women are only part-time players and need to make family, social and professional sacrifices to follow their football dream.
The first thing when I started working here 12 months ago was, which footy team do you follow? That's the first thing that came out of their mouths, and so we're constantly talking about footy in the office, and they couldn't be more supportive of what I do.
Justine MULES wakes at 4:30 each day to start work at 6.
So a 6 o'clock start, so 6 till 3, and then I go home, have a little nap, have a little something to eat, and then head straight off to training. I hope women's AFL does get to that professional stage where it's a full time for the girls. I think it would just be so much easier on everyone, not having to balance full-time work and training.
It's obvious that off-field responsibilities only strengthen the resolve of all the players. Jasmine, for example, refuses to let motherhood and studies get in the way of her dream.
Oh yeah, it is a big commitment, especially having a child and studying. If I was ever to inspire anyone out there that have children or are planning on having children, just never give up on your hopes and dreams and just keep going, because you know, you don't have to put things aside and you don't have to put it on hold just because you've had a child.
As Summer turns up the heat, so does the coach.
Let's go! Yeah, good. You got him out here. Don't rush, hold the mark there, please, not me. 2 yellows less. In we go, last one. Let's go, last one. Hold its edge. Done. Bring it in. Grab a drink.
the thing that I enjoy the most about it is seeing the reaction of the players and them coming along and understanding what you're saying and coming along with you and executing what we set.
Still to come, bold predictions about the future.
I see it becoming as big as the men's.
And some tips from the top.
So this base is pretty seamless. We're trying to get some speed of ball movement.
The time is now or never, 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 never.
Inevitably, the men's and women's teams cross paths. Scott Thompson, Eddie Betts and Rory Sloane are eager to make the women feel at home.
How are you? Good, how are you going? Another Sarah. Yeah, it's Georgia. Nice to meet you.
We're now one club with 3 teams, an AFL men's and women's team and a SANFL team. I think that now provides a host of opportunities for our coaches and our players to share ideas. There'll be mentoring opportunities, development opportunities, and also just the chance for all the players to cheer each other on as they compete in their respective competitions.
And senior coach Don Pike is only too willing to share his strategies.
We then kick the ball out of the wing into 4v3. The players are going to defend this today. I defended this last week and it was pretty easy to get through. So
the number of girls playing football has doubled in just 5 years, and the Crows are determined to capitalise on the opportunity that's now being provided by the AFL.
I think it's important that all young girls and elite athletes have the opportunity to play their chosen sport at the highest level. They now do, and that's something of which we're really proud.
Parents are going to, want their daughters to go out and play football because they can see, okay, well, here's a career down the track.
A lot of girls play different sports to compensate for not being able to play AFL, but because we're allowed to now, I think the numbers are going to drop for other sports.
With the Christmas break behind them and only a couple of weeks till their opening game, the players head to Darwin for their first serious hit-out, a trial against the highly fancied Fremantle.
And what we're about to do is quite special. You were all drafted for a reason. It's because you're meant to be here, because you're all leaders in your own right. But there is a group amongst us that are going to be our leadership group for 2017, and like the rest of us, we'll be going down in history.
Territorians Ange Foley and Sally Riley were chosen as joint vice-captains, and the squad selected 2 captains.
Erin Phillips and Chelsea Randall.
We have an incredible journey ahead of us, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with every single one of you.
I've loved this journey so far, and I'm just so excited to be a leader of this team and to go with you guys because, I love you all. So.
As the Crows women made their debut appearance, they may have been inspired by the coach's words on that very first training night.
That's everyday superhero type work that we're going to do, and everyone's going to want to be a part of our gang. Everyone wants to be part of the Crows gang. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to achieve here, okay?
And it was a team effort that set up the opening goal.
Here's a chance here for the Crows. Off the right boot, Rachel Killian kicks the goal.
Chelsea Randall showed Crows fans what they can expect as the season unfolds.
The tailor form to bring it in. It's a thumping kick out towards Joel. What a grab. Nice with the handball, lifted up through Hooker. Hooker out wide to Smith. Smith caught in a big tackle, goes to ground. Wow, caught by Chelsea Randall.
So, at the end of the inaugural season, how will the coach measure the team's success?
And it's not even about the win-loss record, it's about how we set ourselves up reputation-wise and want people to come and play for us and be a part of the club going forward.
But what we have here, great athletes, the best in their chosen field, playing the highest level of competition available. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. I've been excited by what I've seen so far, and I for one can't wait to see them run out.
What a mark, my goodness.
It's just everything about the game I love, whether it's the camaraderie in the change room beforehand, and then running out onto the field together, winning, losing together. It's all part of the reason why I just love the game.
Time is now or never, never, never.
Produced by AFC Media.